Last Sunday, I went and kicked it with a few owners of Rolex. I was talking to the son, who basically has his own store in one of the malls. He basically knew his whole heritage from where he's at to his great-great-great-great-granddad who had a watch obsession. And his whole company and his whole thing started from the great-great-great-granddad obsession with watches. And the more he kept talking, I realized these motherfuckers went through generations of information to where it's so mapped out for them. All they gotta do is insert family member here, insert family member here, right? It's hard for us to adopt that philosophy because we so far behind.
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Vincent Thompson, Millionaire Mindset, back again with another video. And man, today I want to talk about building generational wealth. And as you saw up in the video, man, Symba was talking about how he went to, chill with his homeboys with the watch collection, and he just saw how the guy's whole life was mapped out before he even was born. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the real definition of generational wealth, man, when your great grandkids is already set up. But at the end of the day, like he was saying, a lot of us, man, we wasn't taught that, and we're so far behind with the knowledge that when it's presented to us, it's kind of hard for us to adapt to it. Especially, I think one of the hardest things for people to realize is that you might be doing something today that your future generation will benefit from. You will never benefit from it, but your future generation will benefit from it. You know what I mean? Your kids will start to benefit from it. Then your grandkids will start to benefit from it. Then their kids will start to benefit from it. And then one day you're not here and your family is still benefiting from it. Like, look at like the companies like Walmart and stuff like that, whatever. You know what I mean? They started from generations ago, but now you still got the family members carrying on that, the business and the legacy of that company. And that's a lot of things that we nowadays, man, that we don't want to start. I think it gets in our head that we're doing something that we're not going to benefit from. I think that's the biggest thing that we got to overcome. And because like when I talk to people about it a lot, right, they don't say it, but I can kind of see it in their face that, man, they're kind of like jealous in a way, man. It's kind of weird. Like, I'll be talking to them like, yo, if you put this back, think about how your kids would be set up. Like, these your kids or whatever, you know what I mean? And everybody wants to make sure that their kids are taken care of, but when you start talking about investing and putting money back, it almost seems like they kind of looking at it like, man, they about to reap all the benefits that I sowed. You know what I'm saying? They about to get everything that I wish I had growing up. I didn't have none of that growing up. You know what I mean? Even though you truly do want it for them, you can see some resentment in them that they don't want to do. It's a weird feeling, man. I don't know if you've ever, had that mindset of talking to people about building generational wealth, and you know what I'm talking about. But I see it, man. I see it every time that I talk to people, because I'll tell them, I was like, man, you do this, let it sit for like 20 years. Think about how much how much your kids will have. Like, your baby just was born, is only, 1 or 2 years old. Imagine 30 years from now, how much how much that money will have grown. And like, the first time I really started talking about it, man, was when I started getting introduced to like gold and silver, more so like silver. They were saying like right now silver's only like $30 per coin, and they were talking about like back around 1983, right? If you was born around that time and your parents would have just bought 1 silver coin per month, that you would be a millionaire right now. That's crazy. Just putting back about $30 a month. I don't really realize don't know the price back then, but let's just say $30 because that's the price now. Imagine them putting back $30 a month, but they invested into silver. Now silver has grown as an asset, so the value of the silver has grown, and you've been a millionaire right now. At 30 years old, you're a millionaire all because your parents decided to get 1 silver coin a month. It's little stuff like that, man, that like we got to start understanding and getting knowledgeable about and try to set our kids up. But at the end of the day, you can't be jealous and you can't be hating on your own generation and kind of being mad that like they gonna get benefits that you didn't have growing up. But at the end of the day, that's where you starting a business and you starting to invest now, because you can have it both ways. You can live a life, right, by investing into yourself, and let's just say about 10-15 years from now that account has grown so where you can enjoy life with that money, right? And you still leave some behind for your future generations. But at the end of the day, it's going to take for you to want to be that person. You know what I mean? Who's going to be that person in your life that's going to have that picture hanging on the wall and saying that, Dad, man, I'm granddaddy or great granddaddy did what he did. You know what I'm saying? He understood the vision to set us up, right? And then you're gonna have to leave behind a platform and a plan for them to follow so that they don't mess it up. That's the worst thing that a lot of people, they say. There was like, it takes, the person who started it so long, so many sacrifices, and then when they finally pass it on to the future generations, they're not really, they take it for granted, right? They take it for granted because they was born into it. When people say, oh, you was born with a silver spoon in your mouth. So you just gotta, have your future generations understand, the importance of what you've built, and have a plan mapped out. It's all about having a plan. Have a plan mapped out for everybody to follow. But at the end of the day, we got to start understanding the importance of generational wealth. We can't starting these generations right and having everybody start with a lack of knowledge and everybody struggling. Our kid, we didn't actually be here, right? We didn't actually be here. Our kids didn't actually be here, but yet we're all here. So the fact that we laid down and we had kids or whatever, and we're starting a generation from us, on, we got to give our kids what our parents didn't give us. And like, end of the day, it all starts from lack of knowledge. Because I'm sure that if they had the knowledge, that they would at least try to set us up. So at the end of the day, man, look, start researching and trying to figure out how to build generational wealth. Start investing into assets that your future generation is going to thank you for, man. Yo, it's your boy Vincent Thompson, Millionaire Mindset. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get updated with all the latest videos. I'm out.